guys, so I've gotten quite a lot of requests over the last few months to do an updated hair care routine video. I haven't made one in probably 2 years, maybe a year and a half, so I thought it was about time I did one. And to be honest, I'm quite fickle with my hair care products, and I do switch my hair care routine around quite a lot, but over the last few months I've become a bit more concerned with getting kind of thicker, volumized hair. I think this is a thing on YouTube, but you notice a lot of people are cutting their hair shorter, going for bigger hair. A couple of years ago I had much blonder hair as well, so I was more concerned with damage treatment and smoothing, whereas now I put a lot less dye in my hair. I only get highlights every 4 months or so, and I also have less bleach. So it is less damaged. I've also recently cut about 4 inches off it, even though it's still quite long. It was really long before, waist length. So yeah, my kind of hair care goals and concerns have changed a little bit as well, so I thought I would make this a more specific thickening and volumizing hair care routine rather than just a hair care routine, because to be honest, my hair care routine changes chops and changes all the time. Because I'm a blogger, I try out products and review products all the time, hence all these videos. Anyway, that was a really rambly intro. I'm going to get into talking about the products that I use to get more volume and thickness in my hair. So the first thing that I use, obviously, is shampoo and conditioner. I don't know if that's obvious, that's where most people start. And I actually have been using these products recently that I had never thought about using this brand before. And you all know why. It's Head & Shoulders. Because I don't have dandruff, I never really thought about using Head & Shoulders. And I recently got sent these, and I thought, thick and strong, and the press release that came with them was this amount of thickening, it does amazing stuff for the thickness of your hair. So I was like, you know what, I'm actually gonna give them a go and see what they're like. And they're actually amazing. These are empty, and that definitely says something for me, because I am, like I said, normally very, very fickle with my hair care, and I'll get halfway through a shampoo, especially shampoo. I tend to finish conditioner more, but especially shampoo I'll get halfway through and I'll be tempted by something else, and then I'll come back to it later. But I've actually finished these straight out, which is good. A lot of the time as well with volumizing shampoos, I don't really know the difference between thickening and volumizing. Obviously, thickening is thicker hair strand, and volumizing is more volume in your hair, but they are linked, really, aren't they? You can't really do one without the other. I guess you can do volume without thickness, but you can't really do volume without your hair looking thicker. Can you? I don't know. Anyway, they're very linked, and they kind of hand in hand. So anyway, often with volumizing shampoos, what I was saying, it's a rambly video, what I was saying with volumizing shampoos, often they're quite stripping, and I find that they leave your hair feeling quite dry, whereas what I really liked about these is that the shampoo is almost like a conditioner in formula. It's opaque and thick. I actually thought I'd got the wrong bottle when I first used them, because I was like, this isn't shampoo, this is conditioner. And then the conditioner is actually really thick as well, so they don't feel like they're not doing anything. And when you do have colour treated hair, I feel like you need that little bit of kind of moisture. So anyway, I've been using those, and then I've also been using the treatment that goes with them that looks like this. This is a strange little product, because I'm not sure if you use this on its own whether it would work as well. I guess I'll find out, because I've got loads of this left and I've just run out of those. So I'll try it on its own. But used together, they just really give you a boost. And the first time I used them, I was like, wow, volume and thickness at the roots was just really, really good. So yeah, you pump this on after you've got out of the shower. You just put a little bit, you kind of squirt it in. I'm going to insert a split screen here of me actually doing this so you guys can see, so I'm not just looking like a fool doing it on dry hair. But yeah, I personally actually really just like the way this feels. It's very cooling on the scalp. And you're meant to section your hair. I don't. I think that's such a faff, especially with wet hair. I just kind of nuzzle the nozzle in. Nuzzle the nozzle, sounds weird. I nuzzle the nozzle in right up to my scalp and kind of squirt. I'll probably do about 12. I think you're not meant to do that many, but you know, it works for me, so that's what I do. And I kind of put a few more around the crown as well, where I want extra volume there. So after I've used those and before I brush my hair, I also use a leave-in conditioner. I know for volumizing, leave-in conditioners can sometimes weigh your hair down a little bit, but I have the world's knottiest hair, and I always have done since I was a kid, so I can't really get away with not using one unless I want to spend 10 minutes brushing my hair every morning, which is just a horrible, painful experience. The one I have loved for years and always talk about is the Unite 7 Seconds. There are a few that I use, but I think I always come back to this one. It's just really good. It just does the job. Detangles your hair, done, and it doesn't weigh your hair down. So I've been using that. And then if I'm just staying at home and not doing anything overly special, I will like stop there and just blow dry my hair, rough dry it, and it will just add that extra kind of oomph of volume. But if I am going anywhere special and I want to kind of really make an effort with my hair, I'll use a few wet styling products as well. I want to mention as well really quickly that I do use like a hair mask, or like a more of a treatment, usually like once a week. And for volume, again, they can be quite heavy, but for volume I've really been loving the Aussie 3 Minute Miracle Light Awesome Volume Deep Treatment Mousse. Now, I've used the 3 Minute Miracle for years on and off. Mike uses it on a daily basis, which I'm pretty sure you're meant to not use it daily, but he does. And I've used it since I was a teenager, like the original one, and I really liked it. And they've just brought out the new mousse versions, which is quite similar to a product from Percy and Reed that I tried a couple of years ago and really liked. So it's a mask, but it's light, so it doesn't like weigh your hair down, and it still kind of leaves your hair feeling moisturised and nourished. So I use that like once a week. And then on the ends of wet hair as well, I also use a little bit of oil. This is the oil I'm using at the moment. I've just started using it. It's the Pantene dry oil with vitamin E. To be honest, for me, oils are much of a muchness. You definitely can get good ones on the high street, and I've been liking this one so far. I've been using it for about a week or so. Yeah, so those are a bit of a side note. So back to the styling. I then like to use a mousse. Now, mousses, I always thought, or mousses, I don't really know. I always thought they were quite granny-ish, but in my kind of thicker hair journey, I find they are one of the only ways to actually keep the volume in your hair. It's one thing getting volume when you style it, but mousse just really helps to actually hold that volume there. Again, there are a load of different mousses that I like, and I think you either get good ones or bad ones. I'm yet to discover a really amazing, like, holy grail mousse, although I have heard the Orbea one is super amazing, but it's expensive and I haven't caved yet. But this is the Paul Mitchell Extra Body one, which I've been using at the moment, and it's nice. So I usually just like squirt a kind of little handful of that, disperse it between my hands, and then just kind of push it into the roots and then into the lengths of the hair as well. I don't usually put it in the ends. And then after I've done that, I blow dry my hair, which I know if you are looking for volume, if you can do like a full-on salon blow dry, then that is how you will get amazing volume. However, I am rubbish at blow drying my own hair. I can do it to other people, okay, not professionally, but I just can't do it to myself. It's something about like the angle at the back of my head. I can do the front section, but I just cannot blow dry it properly myself. So in order to get more volume, I usually do the fringe first just to get that straight so it's not looking all crazy. And then I usually flip my head upside down and blow dry my hair upside down, because obviously if you're drying it with the hair like standing straight up, then you're gonna have more volume. And that's something I've done since I was a teenager as well, just because, I don't know, my mum told me about it once and then I just did it and it works. And then finally, as a bit of a kind of finishing touch to add a bit of extra volume, I also use a texturizing spray. This is the Orbea dry texturizing spray that is all over YouTube. It is really, really expensive, but it is really, really good. There are a few alternatives. I've spoken quite a lot before about the Charles Worthington that's similar to this. For me, the Charles Worthington one is a lot more like a hairspray. So if you're wanting to put it at your roots and really kind of add some volume there, yes, it does last longer, but it also leaves your hair feeling a little crunchy, whereas this, you can really kind of work into your hair and add that volume. It does need kind of retouching and kind of boosting every now and again, but that really doesn't bother me because I'm a real touchy-feely person with my hair. As you guys might be able to tell, I've probably touched my hair 50 million times during this video already, and this smells amazing. It's basically like hair perfume as well. And then I also will usually go back to a little bit of oil, a tiny bit when my hair's dry, just to run through the ends and any layers. So like usually the front bits, just to kind of make sure they're not too dry and just kind of separate them a little bit and kind of, you know, add a little bit of shine and all that. I've used oil as like a finishing touch for a really long time. So yeah, that is it for my current hair care routine. Obviously I haven't gone into styling products for like curling and things like that because I'm more focusing on thickness and volume, and that's a whole nother kettle of fish. And yeah, if you want to know about that, I still use a lot of the products I spoke about in my previous hair care routine, which, although it's old, there are some really good kind of products in there if you want to know about like the heat styling tools I use and things like that. If you want a separate video on curling, let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you have any recommendations for volumizing or thickening products that you think I might like based on this video, because I'm always on the hunt for new products to try. And that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye! with another haul video for you guys. Now, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram or my blog, you might know that the last couple of weeks have been